to give him the strength, just that one last time, to do that last thing. So it's impossible for it to be a sin. And not only that, during the alleged Holocaust, one can, let's take that to the side, because I don't want to go into it without going all the way into it. Before one is tortured, before one allows themselves to be tortured, one is allowed, according to the laws of the Torah of the Most High, to take one's own life or one's child's life before they allow themselves to be tortured. And in the alleged Nazi camps, in the concentration camps, they did take like cyanide pills to kill themselves so that they wouldn't be tortured by the Nazis. I'll say allegedly later on why I'm saying allegedly. I don't want to switch over. So, here again, Solomon knew that we would be coming here. And he knew that they would make our burden lighter. And how they made our burden lighter was during the time of slavery, before Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad, and there were abolitionists who were trying to help brown people or slaves come to the North so that they could become free. And a lot of Native Americans, a great number of Native Americans did so in helping that to come to pass, to help us. And that's what they were here for. This is the reason why he planted them here. And he also planted them here so that they would never be in bondage. Even when we were in Egypt, the Levium did not have the burdens that the rest of the tribes had. Point blank, period. And it's amazing because we hadn't even left Egypt to commit the sin of the golden calf, which made the other 11 tribes lose their heritage in being, because every firstborn son was supposed to be a Kohen Gadol, but because of that sin, the Levites are the ones who became totally in charge of the Ark of the Covenant and of the temples. So, to this day, we and people are still trying to pretty much unravel these different deities. And some people believe that there are levels of deities that you have to go through in order to get to the Most High. And they are committing idolatry, all manner of things. You know, Catholicism being the biggest transgressor of them all. And if all else fails, one thing we know for certain is that there is one true creator of the universe. It's there. It created us. We're created in its likeness, meaning its function, not the aesthetic aspect, but the function. And we make things happen for ourselves depending on how aggressive and passionate we are about something. And passion and what you feel comes to fruition. And I like to say, think it, see it, believe it, and it will definitely come to you. Or you will come to it, or you will come together. Now, you can't think it, see it, believe it, and then sit on it. You know, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The operative term here being action. The action was a clap. The reaction was the sound, the fact that you heard it. You have to do something. You have to act on it. And then you can't act without a plan. You have to set it up and put it together. Dick always says, if you're getting up going to work every day, literally, you're doing something wrong. You're tuning into the wrong vibration. The most wealthiest people in the world don't work. How can you How can one be generating money and not working? You're tuning into the right vibration. It, being the totality of all things, does not care if you're a good person, a bad person, or an indifferent person. There are laws set up in this bitch, and you have to follow them. And in following those laws, it happens. I don't care if you're a good person or a bad person. If you clap, a sound is going to be made whether you hear it or not. A deaf person wouldn't hear it. A deaf person just would not hear it. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Point blank, period. I don't care who it is. If you lose a certain amount of oxygen for a certain amount of time, you are going to die. I don't care if you're a good person, a bad person, you undecided, what have you. This is the case. And this is why the age-old question, why do good things happen to bad people? Somebody knows something. Somebody's doing something. And it's not that we're cursed or so much that they're blessed, or that they're blessed so much as that we're cursed. It's just knowing certain information. It's about executing what you feel, and doing what you were put here to do, and figuring out what that is, and pursuing it with aggression, and not trying to ride someone else's train, not trying to fly someone else's plane, not trying to execute someone else's destiny, but your own. And you can figure it out. That's what intuition is all about. That's your inner self. Personally, my earnest plea is to just simply only desire the things that are for me, to only know the things that I need to know. Because believe me, with much knowledge comes much sorrow. That's why we don't know the day of our death. That's why we don't know certain things. If you knew the day of your death, it could be 1,000,000 years from now. You would worry yourself unto death. Literally. You'd have a miserable life. A miserable life. If one knew that 9/11 was going to happen on 9/10, no one would have gotten any sleep that night. Why lose sleep? It's going to happen anyway. So you may as well get a good night's rest. Doesn't make any sense. It's futile. But I say unto you, focus on you. If you want something, if you need something, if something doesn't seem right, maybe it could possibly be you that's not right and not the situation. If you look at the people who are the closest around you, you can look at those people and tell what type of person you are, because those are the type of people you're attracting. If they seem negative, get those people from around you. Some people don't need to be around anybody. Some people are on such a high vibration that they become hermits, which ultimately become alchemists. Here again, something you can look up or ask someone about alchemy. And what a hermit is someone who chooses to be alone all the time and is content with that. Some people call them homebodies, but I mean somebody who doesn't go to work. They work from home. They even call in. Sometimes they even call it. I know I do. They call in grocers that deliver all kinds of stuff. I rarely leave my house. I'm content. I don't have any friends who I hang out with. I don't hang out. I don't go out. I'm content. I really am. And I'm beyond content. Content is just kind of, it's cool. No, I am above and beyond what is happy. And I wish the best for you, that you get to that place also, that I remain here. May you be blessed and continue to elevate. And I will see you soon.